to Laughing in the Dark, the podcast where I hang out in haunted places with comedians. I'm your host, Sarah Jones. For this episode, I got to explore Dottie's Pond in San Jose, California, with my guest, Danny Minch. Danny's comedy style includes wordplay, life experiences, and crowd work. He appeared on the documentary Monsters of Comedy and has performed at Hollywood Improv, The Comedy Store, and several other notable venues. If you want, check out our Instagram at Lit Dark Podcast for photos that go along with this episode. For now, take a walk with us around Dottie's Pond. Here. Here's a little body of water.
Yeah, this is it.
This is it. This is what we were looking for.
This is Dottie's pond.
This is Dottie's pond.
Yeah, she's lying in there as we speak.
That would be ideal.
That would be ideal. This whole place looks haunted, though.
It is.
It is?
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so for listeners, we're supposed to be looking for a pond.
Okay.
But this entire park is significantly bigger than I expected.
And they have cows.
And there's cows here, so it's fine. But as it turns out, where the water is like in a country club area that we're not allowed to go in because we're not rich enough.
Well, I don't know. I'm almost dressed for it.
Are you?
No.
Oh.
Hey, moo cows. You are some... I hate to body shame a cow, but you are some fat cows. You look very happy.
They're hefty. Well, anyway, this is beautiful, though.
It is.
Oh, God, I can't believe how big this place is.
I really like your pants.
Thank you, Amazon.
The devil.
The devil.
Oh yeah, I get my
Amazon
fake cigarettes from Amazon too.
I was looking at my shirt. I was like, am I wearing a shirt that has the devil on it?
No.
Some satanic clothing.
My J-Lo name is Demon.
Oh, good for you.
If you
What's
take
a
the
J-Lo name?
Yeah, Jennifer Lopez. You take the first initials and then the last few initials.
Okay.
Mine is D-Min. So.
Mine is S. Joe. All right. Well. We're going to find a place that's comfortable, and then I'm going to tell you a ghost story.
Okay, Sarah, I feel like you brought me into the middle of nowhere to...
Yeah.
What if this is like one of those 2020 murder things?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody knows where I'm at either.
Nope, no one knows where you are. I don't really fully know where I am.
I seldom know where I am.
Yeah, me too.
I do a lot of mushrooms.
Good for you. Yeah. Did you bring any?
No.
Oh, okay. Because this would be the ideal place to do mushrooms, actually.
If I would have known how beautiful it was, although this is a pretty steep fall.
That's
if
true.
You're on shrooms.
God, this is beautiful, though.
It is.
But this actually would be the perfect place to trip on mushrooms.
It would be, except for the fall.
I mean, if you find a safe...
I have a terrible habit of getting completely naked on shrooms, so I usually have to be in an enclosed area.
Okay. An enclosed area on mushrooms? That sounds awful.
It never feels like I'm in an enclosed area. I'm a very positive person, so usually my trips are very positive.
That's good. But I would think like a big open outdoor area like this, where no one's really messing with you because it's so big that no one's around you.
Uh-huh.
This would be the perfect place if I still did drugs.
Yeah, there's a golf course. I think those are the water hazards.
That's the water right there.
Yeah.
All right, well,
we're pretty close to it.
I guess that's Dottie's Pond.
Dottie's Pond.
I'll tell you all about it. It's a good one. But before we get into it, do you believe in ghosts?
I believe in negative energy.
Okay.
I have a buddy named Rick Wood, another comic. He works for the show Ridiculousness. And he made a statement that he feels like when something really negative happens, that it leaves an echo. And I kind of like that thought.
Is this horse shit, do you think?
Yeah,
or is that
it's probably cow shit. No, it's horse shit. I saw horses earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's horses down the trail. Or it's a large homeless person.
That's a very large homeless person.
But he talked about that, and then I got to thinking about it, and there's questions like, why don't we see cavemen ghosts? So I feel like those echoes after a while fade, but they're kind of like movies at the theater kind of fade. Like, if you keep going to see a movie and everybody keeps going to see that movie, they'll keep the movie in the theater.
Okay.
So I feel like if you're paying homage to that negative energy, that they just keep hanging around.
Okay. That's an interesting perspective.
People just forget about it completely.
I don't know if I've ever heard that perspective. I think that's an interesting perspective. So it's like you think that the more energy, whether it's positive or negative, that we feed into.
Well, I mean, if you're going to see something, your thoughts are probably feeding into it because you're there to see that.
Right.
So it probably, whatever energy or spirit or entity it is, probably feeds on that.
Yeah. So you wouldn't necessarily say you believe in ghosts. You believe in energy and that it interacts.
I do believe in energy. Einstein helped me with that one. I was raised almost my entire life as a Jehovah's Witness, so I believed in spirits, and but I didn't believe in ghosts.
Okay. So that's a difference in
they taught us that anything that was like supernatural was all caused by demons.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So even if it was a positive thing, like you see your grandma's ghost, it was just a demon pretending to be your grandma's ghost.
I see. Interesting. Yeah. That's an So they don't believe in angels.
They do believe in angels.
Okay.
But they don't believe when you die you become an angel.
Okay.
Right. The angels were already created according to them before.
Like they're another species entirely.
Entirely.
Okay. I think I've heard that.
And demons are just the angels that didn't want to stay in heaven.
They're fallen angels.
Yeah, they're
all like Satan.
Yeah, I think if I would have been an angel, I'd have been one of the fallen ones.
Absolutely. Me too. Obviously. Kind of my shtick.
So far, it's not obvious until you kill me in a pentagram. then it'll become so obvious. I don't think that was a horse dump. I think that was a minotaur.
Yeah. That was just, I'm trying to get your gears turning. Like, what's that? What's that?
Oh, that must be just a horse.
Oh, it's an upside down cross. What's that? Oh, black candles burning. What are those?
Well, you said it, so. So how'd you get into this?
So I started this podcast about 3 years ago. My dad actually died.
Oh.
So I had like...
Oh, we got something in common.
Yeah, I kind of had like a moment of like, all right, what do I want to do with my life? And I've always loved haunted places, but I don't like gimmicky ghost shows. Mm-hmm. I like real researched things. So I thought, okay, I want to do like the research and visit haunted places and learn about the culture of like that area. So it's like the urban legends of that area. But I'd like to do it with like a comedian because I don't want it to be super serious. So that's kind of how it started. And I'm just still doing it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, not nice that your dad died.
No.
But the rest of it
sucked.
was nice.
Yeah, that part sucked, but the rest of it was good. Yeah. All right, so that's closed off. Maybe we go down here.
Well,
that's going to be
used to be
steep walk back to the car.
Looks like a road. I walk all the time. I'm up
good.
About 17,000 steps today.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
I need some steps. So
I run a 5K every day, 5 days a week.
Wow.
Gotta avoid getting old.
Yeah. I should do that. All right.
Oh,
Well, we're not at a pond, but this place is enormous. So
it is pretty big.
All right. So I'm going to tell you the story. This is actually kind of a short story as these episodes go, but I'll explain why in a little bit. So are you from San Jose?
No, I'm from Fresno. I drove all the way from Fresno for this.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh my God, thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know.
I've got a son who's about to have a grandchild too.
Why did you do this?
My grandchild, not his grandchild, excuse me.
Right.
I had I actually had a show to do up in Redway, California today, and I wanted any excuse not to go up there this month.
Okay.
So I put somebody else in charge of it and sent them. It's about 7 hours from here.
Oh, God.
Up in Humboldt.
How far
love
is
the
Fresno
show.
from this?
Fresno is 3 hours from here.
Okay, yeah.
Not terrible.
Yeah.
We
No,
got
I
some
thought
haunted
you were like
places there.
local. I usually do things with local comics. So I'm sorry, I didn't expect that you'd be driving that, but thank you.
The reason I said yes was because I actually thought I was going up to Redway and I was just going to pop in and do this one and then head the rest of the way up there because I thought it was closer. Turns out it's not.
Oh, God.
And then when I agree to something, I do it.
Oh, you could have told, it would have been fine.
This is fun.
All right, well, get ready for a ghost story. So, real quick.
Wait, I'm still getting ready.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
I've got to be in the right mindset. I was,
Sure.
for some reason, ready for a science fiction story. Okay, ghost story, I'm ready.
Science fiction. All right. So this is one of those episodes that this is an urban legend for this area. So if you had grown up in San Jose and you were from this area, you would know this story.
Now, fortunately, I drove 3 hours, so I don't know
I drove
anything
6, so
about this story.
don't worry about it.
I should have had
All
you
right.
pick me up on the way.
I guess so. So we are at the Santa Teresa County Park in San Jose, California. This park has been called a hiker's dreamland, which it definitely is.
Yeah.
Given the 18 or so unpaved miles of trails here.
Well, this
We're
one's
on
paved.
a paved one. Yeah. You can find an 18-hole golf course and even an archery range here.
Oh man, if an arrow flies by, I am out of here.
Catching
I'd
it.
rather see a ghost.
Yeah, me too. However, we're here for one small body of water known to locals as Dottie's
I
Pond.
swear to God, we passed it on the way up.
No, we didn't.
Okay.
It's really far away. Oh, I don't bullshit my listeners. That's another big byline of the show. We don't pretend we see a ghost. We don't do anything
I would never
like
do
that.
I would never do that.
But yeah, so we're not gonna go to Dottie's Pond. If anyone's mad, send me a DM.
I'm a little upset.
I'll ignore it. Dottie's Pond is shrouded in local legend. This story has been told at sleepovers and around campfires in the area for years and years. Whether they believe it or not, locals know the legend of Dottie's Pond. Thus, it's deeply woven into the culture. As the legend goes, there was once a young girl who lived in the area with her parents.
Well, thank goodness she had parents that she lived with. That's good.
Not
that she had
everyone has
parents.
all their parents.
Yeah.
Why don't you just ease up on that one?
I don't have any.
Well, you win. Her name, of course, was Dottie. Dottie
Was it
supposedly...
Dorothy originally?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't think she really existed.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going to say that much. Maybe she did. I highly doubt it.
I believe she existed.
Okay, you believe...
Because if people saw ghosts of her, she would have had to have been around first before they
I
saw
don't-
the after effects.
Okay, we'll get into it.
Well, okay.
So Dottie supposedly fell in love with another local boy who is part of a rival family. So we've got a Romeo and Juliet
At what
situation.
age?
I don't have
I'm very
her
concerned
age.
because right now, when you said she lived at home with her parents, I put her at about 12.
Yeah, but maybe she's like 16.
16, okay, let's go 16.
Let's go
That's better.
16. Naturally, her parents found out and were absolutely pissed. They forbid their daughter from ever seeing the boy, which of course she planned to disregard, as
Dottie
we all
Capulet.
do. Yeah.
Okay.
Dottie what?
Uh,
Oh, Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Got it. Da.
Are we going to do
Later-
West Side Story too?
Yes.
That would be great.
So I definitely would have disregarded it. I was a rebellious teenager for sure. I wouldn't let my parents tell me who I can date. Later,
I did.
you did?
Like I said, I was
Jehovah's
Jehovah's Witness. Yeah.
Later, Dottie's mother came into her room and saw that her bags had been packed as though she were leaving on a long trip, perhaps running away, never to return. The mother assumes that Dottie must be planning to run off with the boy, and concerned, she tells her husband, Dottie's father, of her suspicions. Enraged, Dottie's father sees this as an act of betrayal. Dottie's father begins to beat the shit out of her
Oh, nice.
for the
Good
perceived
parenting.
betrayal. Yes. Dottie eventually breaks free and flees into the family barn to hide.
Okay, so this is really, really bad.
Dark, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you knew what this show was before you signed up for it.
I mean,
you're like, fuck it, I'll drive 3 hours. I don't know what's going on.
I saw Casper before I left. It was kind of a fun ghost story.
Yeah, no, this is not one of those.
I don't think anybody beat the crap out of Casper.
Well, do we know that?
No, we
I don't think we know much
don't.
about Casper's background. He died as a kid, though,
Yeah,
right?
he did. He died as a child.
Did you really watch it recently? Cause
yeah, my
I don't
son was
remember
watching
much about it.
And I was like, I'll watch it with you. He likes ghosts.
Yeah.
He's super into the ghosts.
How does Casper die? Did they ever go into it?
Yeah, they did in the show. I think he fell in a well or something. I don't quite remember.
Yeah,
I was kind of in and out. I was cooking at the time, so I was kind of in and out of it.
Okay. Well aware of Dottie's usual hiding spot, her parents followed her into the barn, where the beating continued. This is where the story gets good.
Well, yeah. After a couple of beatings, the story, of course, escalates.
Yes. Under intense distress, it's believed that Dottie developed superhuman telekinetic powers.
So it was a barn and a tent?
No.
Oh, okay.
Where did the tent come from?
You said it was intense.
Oh. Okay. We're groaning.
Okay.
It's a groaner.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm a dad.
That's okay. Yeah, hey. I forgive you.
You're welcome.
So under that distress, Dottie develops superhuman telekinetic powers.
Wow, she is Carrie.
Yes.
Okay, is the pig's blood coming?
No.
Oh, okay.
Much better. Using her newly developed powers, she finds herself hanging her parents from the rafters of the barn, killing both of them almost instantly.
I like it.
Yes. Dottie stared in shock and horror at her parents' fresh dead corpses dangling from the rafters. Then, after realizing what she'd done, Dottie walked out to this park, to the pond that we're not allowed to go to.
Or I don't even know if that's the pond. I have
It's the only body of water on like that whole map.
Yeah. Maybe they filled it in.
Maybe they did. Maybe it's right below our feet. I don't know.
That could be.
Some believe that Dottie may have submerged herself in the icy cold waters that night, feeling deep regret and remorse for what she had done. However, most believe that giant hands erupted from the water and pulled her in. It's even been said that the hands belonged to demons, laying claim to her soul after she had been responsible for such a wicked and powerful act.
Giant hands.
Giant demon hands.
Giant demon hands.
Yes. This is why I don't think this story is true.
Here's the thing. Why couldn't they just be regular-sized hands?
Because that's not impactful enough.
Oh, okay.
But what I love about it is it reminds me of like old, like Paul Bunyan type stories. You know what I mean? Like just so fantastical but dark.
It's got that whole cabin in the woods ending to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Except it was a giant foot instead of giant hands.
I don't remember that part.
The very end where the gods came back and squished them. One of the best endings of...
That whole movie was very creatively done. I really liked it. But locals believe that if you come here to visit Dottie's pond, it's wise to stay vigilant and keep clear of the water's edge. It's believed that the same ghostly hands that came for Dottie may very well be eager to come for you, too. It's believed that you can hear Dottie's screams here at night. One local...
Or owls.
Yeah.
I heard owls while I was here before you got here.
One local says that she always heard a legend of a witch that had sacrificed her own daughter to the pond, believing it to be a portal to demonic realms. Regardless, it seems to be commonly believed that there is something dark and unholy lurking below those waters. And now just like rich people golf over them, I guess.
Yeah. And there's a lot of golf balls with the dark and unholy.
I mean, true.
The unholy in one is what you could call
that's right. Good for you. There was one reasonable explanation I found for the legend of these ghostly hands eager to drag souls deep within the earth.
There's a reasonable explanation?
For the legend. Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
A commenter describes Dottie's pond as about 4 inches of water with 3 feet of mud. So she claims the mud acts like quicksand. Anyone who jumps in may slowly feel themselves being sucked to the depths.
I never thought I was going to make it out of my youth without dying in quicksand.
Really?
Yeah, because all the shows I watched, I'm much older. How old are you?
Oh, I'm 29.
I'm 52. So all the shows that we watched as kids, everybody got stuck in quicksand.
Yeah.
And I just knew like I was going to die
coming.
from quicksand or getting stuck in a refrigerator. or demons. There was this whole, in the 70s, parents thought that their demon cults were going to steal their kids.
Really?
Yeah, it was a big fervor back then.
Oh, well, I guess there were a lot of cults. I mean, but not demon cults, like cults with like people pretending to be the second coming of Christ and they're just
they're
like
still out
raping
there.
everyone.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
They're still, I mean...
I've started one. They're very profitable.
Really? I'm sure they are. Like Scientology
Oh,
is
yeah.
huge in LA, too. It's like everywhere.
Yeah, we have a reading room. That's about all we got in Fresno.
Really?
For Scientology.
Scientology is like on every block in LA. It's insane.
I've got the height for it.
Yeah. All right.
So it reminds me of like, because we saw the cows. I had some people I knew that they have like ponds that they basically shovel the cow poo into.
Ooh.
And then if people walk into it, it sucks them down.
Oh, God,
And
that's awful.
we had a father and son. The father went to save his son that was getting sucked in, and they both got sucked in.
And they died?
Yeah.
What?
They drowned in poo.
And this is in Fresno?
It was in a place called Chowchilla, which is outside of Fresno by about 20 minutes. But yeah, in that same area, they got sucked in by poo.
God.
And what a way to go.
They died doing what they love.
Yeah, just shoveling shit.
Yeah. I mean, just getting sucked into it. That's
hopefully
horrid.
I no demon hands, I don't think.
No, I would rather be dragged to hell by demon hands than sucked into
sounds
cow
way
shit.
funner.
It does,
Yeah.
for sure. One commenter insists that if you come here at midnight, you may see the ghost of young Dottie. And then he taunted, unless you're scared. He supplements this taunt by
bird.
adding, I've been hearing that too.
No, it was a bird. I just watched it because it was like right when you said
Like
it,
scratching.
I heard scratching. I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
He supplements his taunt by adding, in the daytime, the turtles are cool. It's also notably a Pokemon gym. So it seems like we should easily be able to find this place.
That's what I was doing down there too. I was
Playing Pokemon?
Yeah, I play Pokemon all
If
the
you
time.
see a Pokemon gym,
Let me see
that's
if I can
probably
pull.
Dottie's Pond. I wonder if it'll be called Dottie's Pond.
I'm gonna look it up to see if I can find, because I was at a gym. I put a Pokemon in it. Let's see if that's Dottie's Pond. Come on, show the name. Nature Trail sign. Okay, let's try this one. Nope, Hidden Trail sign. I've got a Pokemon in that one. This is the only one I haven't checked yet. Nope.
Damn.
There are no other Pokemon gym. Oh, wait, there's one way out there that I haven't checked. Nope.
No.
Sorry.
God damn it.
You're fortunate that I am a Pokemon.
I know, no kidding. So I guess everyone online is a fucking liar. Yeah, I know there's some San Jose local that's going to be like, no, you guys were right there. It's right there.
This place is so big,
Sprawling. But, so the legend of Dottie's Pond seems to be little more than that, a local urban legend. I didn't find anything about who Dottie was or any true evidence that she ever existed at all. It's still a pretty awesome local legend, and it begs the question, is it possible to develop supernatural powers under intense distress?
I hope so.
Me too.
I'm very into superhero. I named all my kids after superheroes or villains.
How many kids do you have?
I have 4 by several different
God.
women.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. I'm not.
So they're all named after superheroes.
Yeah, I have Eric.
Iron Man.
No, he's
Okay.
Eric is Magneto. Then I have Logan,
Okay.
and then Bane.
Bane? That's an amazing name.
It is an amazing name. His
What's
mom
the
has
fourth
a
one's name?
Chad, but that's
You're like, I don't remember
Power
that
Guy.
one.
No, nobody knows who that superhero is.
Oh, okay.
And you just made fun of the name Chad on the way out.
I did not make fun of the name Chad. Chad was the name of my last comic, and he was fantastic. I would not have made fun of that name.
He's a good guy. But I was never with, I mean, I was obviously with her, but I was never like together with her. So she has one first name for him. I have one first name for him. So he has 2 first names, 2 last names, no middle name.
Interesting.
So he has hyphenated first and last names. So for whoever
He's just
with.
a walking identity crisis.
Yeah,
is
he
what
is.
you've-
But pretty good kid.
He's doing good.
Yeah,
Is he the one who's about to become a grandpa?
No, he's 9.
Okay.
I hope not.
Yeah.
He's pretty advanced, but not that advanced.
Yeah.
No, my 25-year-old is about to
become a dad.
A dad.
Nice. I want to talk in a bit about the developing supernatural powers. I think that's interesting.
I hope that is a thing.
You might be excited to know my sister's name is Jessica Jones.
Oh, that is so cool.
I agree. Yeah.
I'm just Sarah Is her boyfriend's name Power Man?
No.
Okay.
Is
Luke
that
Cage.
the thing? I don't know anything about superheroes.
Luke Cage and Jessica Jones are married in the comic books.
Okay.
Is she dating a black
You hear
guy?
that, Jesse? No, she's not.
Okay.
But she does live in Detroit.
Okay,
so
no, it's a possibility.
maybe if things don't work out with
black
Sam.
people live in all cities.
That's true.
Except for Clux County, Oregon. I just did a show up there, and that was the whitest town I've ever been to.
Really?
It was so white that all of the housekeepers at the hotel they put me up in were all white. And I was like, wow, we did a show for 150 people. There were no other races. Not like a Mexican person here, an Indian person here. It was all white people.
Wow.
And they make toilet paper there, so they're very busy right now.
Yeah, I'm sure they're very busy.
That's all they do there.
Really?
Is toilet paper. It's a toilet paper town.
Wow, they're cashing in. Could the pond be a portal to some kind of sinister otherworldly realm? Or was this simply a story made up by parents so their kids wouldn't jump in the water? Or kids so they could scare their friends and siblings?
Here's my problem with the entire thing. One of the two things could be true, but why would they be in conjunction? If she got superpowers from being under stress and then went to the pond, unless the powers were supernatural caused by the people at the pond who were trying to lure her into the pond.
Maybe.
But the two seem very much unrelated. So she probably just...
She had a rough night, really.
Here's a definite possibility. She killed her parents.
Yeah, totally.
And then just jumped into the pond. And then all the stories came from that. Or she did have superpowers, killed her parents, then killed herself in the pond, no hands, and nobody ever found the body because of the suction mud.
Well, all right. First of all, I don't think anything sounds cooler than the idea that under distress, she lifted her parents up and hung them from the rafters in a barn.
I swear.
So I choose to believe that because it's rad.
What you should do, because I am lazy and I won't do it later, is you should go see if Stephen King heard this story here and then wrote the story Carrie.
Or Firestarter.
Yeah, or Firestarter.
Yeah. I doubt it because he's from Maine.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty big Stephen King fan.
I know.
I'm pretty sure he never left Maine.
Everything takes place in Maine. All of his stories take place in Maine.
Yeah.
But he might have heard urban legends and was like, oh, that's a cool urban legend, and then wrote the story in Maine about whatever was going on.
Yeah. I love the idea of it. I wish the true story was she develops these telekinetic powers, she walks over to the pond to reflect on it, and these hands come up and reclaim her because really she's like a demon from hell.
Or, secondarily, she does develop the powers under stress, goes to the pond, is so guilt-ridden that she causes the mud at the bottom to form hands to grab her.
She's
in
doing
her
it.
mind thinking it is a demon claiming her, but it was her own...
She hasn't gotten control of her powers yet.
Right. It was her own subconscious claiming her for the sins that she caused.
I like that. I think that's an interesting perspective. They did.
A little golf clap because it's a golf
flipped everyone
pond.
off and
very nice.
It had to be a golf clap. Yeah.
Because the only water around here is in the golf course.
That's right. Yeah, I think that's, this was I'm doing 3 episodes out in San Jose, and I looked up this episode and I was like...
You got one more?
Yep, I'm doing one tomorrow night.
Oh, nice.
But when I looked this one up, at first I was like, all right, she's fighting with her parents. There's supposed to be a ghost girl at the pond. That's kind of like a standard ghost story that you hear a lot. And then I just when I read the telekinetic powers and I'm just picturing her hands coming up to hang her parents. And I saw that and I just sat back in my chair and my coworker looks at me and was like, what? And I was like, oh, nothing. This story just got really good. But yeah, this is an awesome place, though.
It is.
We probably shouldn't get too far away from where we parked.
Before it gets dark.
But, yeah, true. But
I am very impressed that you are safe enough to walk out here with me.
I mean,
That is very, very insane of you.
thank you. Yeah.
Did you Google me at all? Did you check
Like I said, I'd check why.
No, I'm just checking to see if you saw the records and stuff.
Of what? Yeah, no, I mean,
You
First of all-
you should really Google background check the people that you come into the middle of the woods with, I would believe. Because you could be
True.
the star of your own ghost story.
that's true.
I'm not trying to scare you right now.
I hear that all the time. No, in today's political climate, I can see why.
Oh, yeah.
But
Hashtag ghost.
hashtag ghosts, hashtag me too.
Me too, ghost.
But yeah, I typically go by recommendations. So my lineup for this weekend kind of got messed up, so I had to like reorganize everything when I started. But yeah, I typically go by making sure someone can vouch for a comedian. I'll always throw in there like, hey, I'm like a young girl.
You did
going
not
out.
throw that in there with me.
Not to you, but to people about you.
Okay.
So I'll ask like, okay, is there anything that I should know going in? But
I am surprised they didn't red flag because
Really?
I always date young girls.
really, can we talk more about why you're surprised people didn't red flag you?
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I have
While we're
never.
here,
The only criminal record I have is a DUI some time
same.
ago.
all right. So should we go back up this way, or do you think this winds? I think we're going further
it just
away.
keeps going down.
Yeah, I think so. I think we have a long uphill battle.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you're really into superheroes.
Very
You
into
have 4
superheroes.
kids.
4 kids.
Jehovah's Witness.
Once, yeah.
Used to be.
For 39
Recovering
years.
Jehovah's Witness.
No, I'm recovered.
Okay.
I went the exact other way.
Satanic.
Well, no, I didn't. I just don't believe in much.
Yeah. So
Like I said, I believe in energy. I believe it can take many forms.
yeah.
So that's how I explain a lot of the supernatural. I think, what show was it that I was watching? It was pretty cool. Haunted House on Netflix.
Oh, Haunting of Hill House?
Yeah, where they were talking about how it's only supernatural because we haven't explained it yet.
Right.
It might just be natural.
Right, I agree with that.
So that's kind of where I plod down. I don't disbelieve things because, well, I watch a lot of horror movies
Me too.
and I love the supernatural in them. So if I didn't have a little bit of me that believed in that, it wouldn't scare me.
Right. Yeah.
And I love being scared by them.
I love being scared too. I'm really interested in a lot of these ghost stories. Like this one, I don't believe. I don't think anyone really believes it. I mean, some people do. Some people have commented and said they hear screaming or they've heard things here. But the general consensus seems to be like, this is a local urban legend. This is stories that kids tell each other at like,
Camp.
sleepovers or camp.
Do that anymore?
Yeah, around like a campfire. But yeah, like,
And we're all going to die of the coronavirus anyway, so we're all going to be ghosts eventually in the next
pretty soon.
year and a half.
my next 2 weeks from work, we're all like working from home.
Oh, where are you working?
Oh, I work at a location agency.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like it's getting crazy.
It is getting crazy. It's really affecting my job because
Yeah.
comedy clubs are closing right and left.
Yeah, it's been really,
I canceled the show last night
right?
because nobody bought tickets.
Jesus. And for bands, it's been really tough.
Well, in LA, I think if it's a venue over 200 people, they're not allowed to have it.
Right, yeah, I've seen that too. So how long have you been doing comedy?
14 years.
What made you start?
My divorce.
Oh, see?
Yeah, trying to pick up on women.
Tragedy is always funny.
I wouldn't call that
you
divorce
allow
a
it to
tragedy.
be.
Me and her are really good friends still.
Oh, that's good.
It was just we were the wrong people to be together.
Yeah. God, I didn't expect this to be such an uphill walk, but I guess that's good.
It was easy
Good
on the way
exercise.
down.
It really was. It really was. Like halfway down, I was like, oh, fuck. We're gonna have to walk all the way up here. I'm not even wearing a Fitbit, so it's like it didn't even happen. I'm not even getting credit for this.
Yeah, I'm doing real good.
So you're from Fresno, right?
Originally from New York.
Okay. Where in
But
New
my
York?
dad was in the government, started out in the military, then went to a government job.
Okay.
So he moved around a lot.
Yeah.
And I just followed him. Last place I lived before California was Louisiana.
Oh, wow. There's some good ghost stories down there.
Oh, yeah.
So have you ever experienced anything supernatural?
You know, I was told I did. There was a family story about...
Like you were too young to remember?
I remember the house going through a very stressful time.
Okay.
I was pretty young. I think I was about 4, maybe 5.
It's like right on the cusp of when you start remembering things.
So we were in Midland, Texas.
Okay.
My dad had gotten this book. And
love where this is going so far.
He started hearing like my brother calling him from down the hallway. And then he'd go see him, and then my brother would be asleep in his bed.
Oh.
Our cat wouldn't come in the house.
Yeah.
Just refused to come in the house. Was deathly afraid to come into our house.
Uh-huh.
Now, a lot of this is what they told me.
Right.
I remember the time it happened, but I don't remember any specifics.
Okay.
But my sisters had some things go on, my brother did, and they all recounted the things, spiders that weren't there. My sister's getting a shadow that backed him into a corner.
Whoa.
And then my dad finally found that book, and he burned it. And according to the rest of my family, he came back from the trash can that he burned it in, like pale as a sheet. It was like, that was the problem.
Oh, shit.
But...
And he didn't explain what happened when he burned it?
No. Now, the way I look back and explain it to myself is maybe they were trying to prove that there were demons and spirituality.
Jehovah's Witness, like trying to
Yeah, it's kind of like priming me.
Right.
I don't know.
Like indoctrinating you into the religion.
Yeah, after that, I was afraid of the dark for years.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah, I'm 52. I have a hard time sleeping with the closet door open.
Wow. Yeah.
I always feel like closets are portals.
Yeah.
I mean, they are to your clothes,
Sure.
but I mean...
To another
place.
dimension. That's rad. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
So do you know anything about this book? Did they explain what the book was?
Yeah, I kind of remember it was a guy who used to be a Jehovah's Witness, and then he left the religion.
Okay, now it's starting.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
And then he wrote this book about why you shouldn't be a Jehovah's Witness.
It's why you should drink alcohol and have sex.
Oh, well, they drink alcohol, and they do have sex, but you have to be married first.
Yeah.
Which I've gotten over way good.
Yeah. I thought they didn't drink. Oh, that's Mormons.
Mormons don't drink. They don't even drink coffee.
Okay. Yeah, I was raised Catholic. We drink heavily.
Yeah, well, I drink heavily.
Yeah. I don't anymore. I quit.
Oh, you quit?
Yeah.
No, not me.
Yeah, that's kind of how my mom's reaction is to it too.
No, I think it's great if somebody doesn't drink. I take a couple of months off a year.
Yeah.
My dietary restrictions are enough that I don't feel bad.
Yeah. Well, wow, that's actually a really awesome story, though. But you think your parents lied to you a lot?
I don't think so. I don't even know if that was a lie.
Yeah.
My dad seemed like a pretty honest, upfront guy. He was a jerk.
Yeah.
He beat us constantly.
Okay.
Because the Bible said, spare the rod, hate the child. And he proved he didn't hate us. So
Yeah, okay, well.
I never got superpowers and was able to hang him, though. But
Okay, but you wanted to.
a couple times, yeah.
Yeah, sure. That happens.
But he mellowed a little bit in his old age. We didn't talk for 10 years at one point.
Oh, wow.
And then when he got cancer, I was like, I got to talk to him.
It's time. Yeah, you got to do that.
And then after I left the religion, he was already dead. My mom and my family completely disowned me.
Oh, God.
So I haven't...
Yeah, I feel like that's one of those kind of like culty religions where
Well,
if you're not in
weird.
it.
Some people will and some people won't. It just
Yeah.
depends on
I guess
what-
that's offensive to say. I don't mean it that way.
Yeah. Like my kids were all witnesses when I left. They all kept talking to me. My ex-wife was. She kept talking to me.
Yeah.
Now they're all kind of... I think they kind of followed the old man after he was out for a while.
Yeah. That's funny. I was raised Irish Catholic,
Hey, how's it going?
but my mom was more of like, she would call it cafeteria Catholic, so take what you want, leave what you don't.
Yeah.
And my dad was an atheist, so it was
It was
never...
just like, don't take anything.
Yeah, my dad was like, oh, well, if he was I would say that sometimes he was a hopeful agnostic, if he was in a really positive mood, but...
I used to tell people I was agnostic, but sometimes they think I was sneezing, and they say, God bless you, and I was like, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know. Yeah, no, my dad, for the most part, considered himself an atheist.
Yeah, I do. My youngest son was real upset about it when he found out.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, your mom's an atheist too. And he's like, no, she's not. And I was like, yeah, she is. But his aunt was taking him to church and stuff.
Yeah.
And he thought me and his mom were going to hell.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, no pun intended.
So he talked to his mom, and then he came back about a month later and was like, yeah, I think I'm an atheist. I was like, "Look, don't make any decisions now. You're 9, bro.
Yeah. Oh, so this is Chad?
No, this is
Oh.
Bane.
Oh, okay. Well, Bane. Yeah, Bane's definitely an atheist.
No, he believes in Rasha school.
Who's that?
It's a Batman thing. He's the head of a cult.
That's rad. Yeah, I'm not really... I don't know much about, like, superheroes. I know a lot about serial killers.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
That I walked out in the middle of the woods and somebody who knows a lot about serial killers. Hey, how's it
Tons.
going?
Yeah, that's definitely something I know a ridiculous amount about. I know a lot of like morbid facts, like they're just in my head. Like last week at work, I found myself educating the entire office on what the custom of the sea is. Do you know what that is?
No.
All right, so we're talking about coronavirus, right? And they were like, yeah, all these ships, and this is true. Actually, one of my friends was on one of these ships. They were like quarantined. Like they had to stay
right.
in their room for 2 weeks in the middle of the ocean. Like that sucks. And I was like, oh God, what if they run out of food? They're gonna have to custom of the sea. And everyone's like, what the fuck does that mean?
Eat each other?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So what they would do is like, you know, maritime law is totally
outside
different.
of a certain,
like it's, yeah, there's like
the captain
no,
is the law.
I mean, there's still like customs, and this is one of them that like everyone follows. But basically what happens is if everyone is like stranded and they are running out of food, they'll come to a point where they're like, okay, we have to eat someone. But it's not, we can't just choose who we're gonna eat. So they would draw straws. And the person with the short straw is the person that they would eat. And it's called the custom of the sea.
Oh, okay. So that's where the drawing of the straws came from.
It's, well, I mean, I'm sure people drew straws for other decision-making things, but yeah, that's something that I thought was just common knowledge. So I was talking to the office about it, and everyone was like, why do you always say shit like this? And I was like, I don't know, this is like the stuff I know about. I hope you had fun learning the legend of Dottie's Pond with us. Be sure to check out Danny's own comedy talk show, The Dose, where he interviews traveling comedians. While you're at it, check us out on social media too. You can find us on Instagram with the handle Lit Dark Podcast. That's at LITDARK Podcast. You can also find us on Facebook and YouTube. Drop us a comment, say hi. We love hearing from you. Special thanks for this episode goes to my producer, Randall Lawrence in Cranival Studios, my graphic designer, Jonathan Cooper in Heck Yeah Studios, Danny for being a lovely guest, and of course, all of you for listening. I'll see you next time right here on Laughing in the Dark.
Sources used for episode 3 of Laughing in the Dark are Backpackverse, the East Bay Times, Reddit, and Google.
Laughing in the Dark is brought to you in part by Heck Yeah Studio. Heck Yeah Studio is a creative effort working with people to create meaningful things. At Heck Yeah Studio, they work with clients to turn their ideas or existing brands into real or better versions. Heck Yeah Studio is the place to go for custom illustration for a full range of branding services, like killer logos, great colors and typography, and fun illustrations for pins, signs, prints, shirts, vehicles, posters, or anything you can imagine. At Heck Yeah Studio, they work with love. Their dream client is someone who is passionate about what they do. At Laughing in the Dark, Heck Yeah Studio has designed our logo, all of our merch, and any posters or stickers that we have. I am so proud and lucky to work with such an awesome company, and I could not recommend them higher.